guys, it's Lynn again with Little Foot Nursery. I'm here with baby Evelyn. She is the Emerson sculpt by Noe Art Dolls, and I'm here to change her out of this long sleeve romper because she's feeling really hot. And I'm going to put her in this like Disney, really cute Disney romper with it's Minnie holding Figaro the cat and holding an umbrella, and it's like raining. Isn't that so cute? And this is actually made of like a terry cloth material. I just think that's like so adorable. So I'm going to change her into this outfit. And I wanted to chat about a comment I got on one of my videos. Somebody had mentioned that they were, and by the way, some of you guys may notice I like to switch up my jewelry sometimes, so don't mind that. This is not my original. This is just like a fun simulant. It's like from QVC, the Diamondique collection. So sometimes I like to just mix it up and have fun playing with my jewelry. So anyway, I digress. But somebody had commented on one of my videos just about, because I think it was one of my videos talking about, you know, quarantine and, you know, being in this pandemic and just, you know, I know we're in kind of like just super unusual times in general. But, you know, one of the things I kind of said was like, you know, I don't take my babies out anyway, but, you know, this would, you know, I'm just kind of curious if people are doing that and things like that. And somebody made an interesting point that in some ways it's actually kind of the perfect time to take a baby out if you wanted to do that. I personally wouldn't recommend it, and I'll explain why in a second. But I guess their point was sometimes when you take a reborn out in public, you know, you're worried about whether somebody's gonna kind of come up close and see your baby and see that the baby isn't real, right? And I think that is like so true. Because I think when, you know, pre-COVID times, you know, people, you know, if you were like just walking down the street in a stroller, random stranger would totally come up and just coo at your baby. Nowadays, everyone's keeping like six feet distance, and these dolls already look so realistic up close. You know, if you wanted to like, you know, take a baby and stroll around, people probably are going to be just much more respectful of distance and not really come up close. So in that sense, I think you can pull it off more easily in pandemic times than pre-pandemic times. So I thought that was a really interesting point. Had like not thought of that. Oh gosh, this is kind of long on her. Look, it's a 0 to 3 months, but look how long it like goes all the way to her feet. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking cute on her. Look how cute. Okay, I'm gonna pick her up. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. But you know, I personally would not recommend doing that. And I'll explain why. You know, I think that, you know, there is quite a bit of evidence that the virus can spread via, like it can be in the air and then it can, you know, and then it can land on different surfaces. And so this is why too, when you go to the doctor's office or somewhere where, you know, it's a little bit of a higher risk environment where you're maybe getting exposed to other people a little bit more, it's a good idea to change your clothes when you get home, take a shower, and just kind of wash those germs off. The problem is with these dolls, we don't really wash them. I mean, with the silicone, you can bathe them, but it's not recommended to really do that very often. So I've never bathed this baby. She came to me brand new. The only dolls I've even bathed were the ones that came to me secondhand. So, or that just maybe, you know, needed to be cleaned after having been, you know, kind of out and about. Like Clara, when she was at the doll show, so many people held her that when she came home, I wiped her down with like a kind of just a damp cloth. But that's all that's really recommended for reborns. And silicones, they recommend maybe just using water or using water with like just the tiniest bit of very mild soap, but nothing harsh. So anyway, my babies have been strictly at stay-at-home orders and staying at home because I do not want to get COVID-19 germs on them, you know, by just taking them out, walking about. So, and when I walk around outside, I'll wear a mask, I wear my sunglasses, my hat, like I literally am like so covered up on my face, just because that is kind of the top way that we can kind of contract the virus is by having it go through your nose or your mouth, and so, or your eyes too, anywhere where you kind of have like open membranes, right? So So yeah, so I personally would not recommend taking your babies out, but if you just need to do it for your own sanity, I think the risk is low. And one thing you could do is just maybe do the same thing, like get the baby not a mask maybe, but just maybe little sunglasses, a little hat, and just kind of as covered up as they can be is better. But I don't know how many people are taking their babies out for walks, and I haven't been really watching YouTube very much, so I don't know if people are doing that right now with the pandemic going on. I think we're all mostly staying at home, and thankfully this is a hobby that you can just completely and totally enjoy at home and not really need to like kind of be out and about for. Although I do really miss the fact that we didn't have the doll show this year, because I think right about now, we're sort of, the doll show would have been late June, but in past years, it was kind of around this time of year, like sort of the July, second week of July kind of time frame. And so, yeah, so it is kind of sad that we don't have that right now. So I do miss it, but I'm also just really thankful that our family is healthy right now, and we have a trip planned in a couple weeks. We're going to rent a house in yeah, just kind of up in the mountains, and we're just going to see my sisters and their families, and we're all just quarantining for the next 14 days so we can just stay extra safe and keep each other safe. So anyway, guys, those are just my thoughts. And Evelyn is going to say bye to you all. But yeah, let me know if you're taking your babies out during pandemic and quarantine. I'd be so curious. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day.